is the most academic conversation about idols we've ever had. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what's going on, Slope Club viewers? Welcome to the official Babybeard Slope Club interview. This is Josh's job to introduce us. I took it. Sorry, after you.
No, please introduce yourself.
So please, minasan, konnichiwa. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Mahri です。
Suzu です。
Babybeard です。私たちはせーの。
Babybeard です。
That is correct. We are Babybeard. We are thrilled to be here today on Slope Club with my dear friend Josh. So how are you?
Yes, great, thank you.
Good to see you.
I'm glad to have all of you. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming.
So, at Slope Club, we talk about idols. That's the main topic of our YouTube channel.
And just before we continue, please explain to everyone why this channel is named Slope Club.
Yes, so the name Slope Club comes from our original purpose for the channel, which is talking about the Sakamichi series idol groups, which was like Nogizaka, Keyakizaka originally. So then the Sakamichi turned into Slope, and then Slope Club, because it was like a club of people. So that's where the name originally comes from.
I wanted to make that sure that was clear. Pretty sure I'm the first Caucasian man to ever appear on this channel.
Well, for the people who might not be aware, can you explain a little bit about the concept of the group?
Oh, yes, hello, we are Babybeard. It's very, very simple. It's a simple concept. I can explain to you. We are a Kawaii-Metal idol group in Japan. I am Ladybeard, and the girls, as you can see, are babies. So it's a simple concept because babies plus Ladybeard equals Babybeard. If Josh joins the group, it'll be Baby JPop. Baby JPop.
ちょっと無理やりかもしれない。
そうね。Baby JPop.
でも、beard がちょっと難しいよね。みんな間違えるじゃん。
A lot of the time, beard becomes bird, bear,
beer,
beer, bread. Yep. Ladybeard, that's my favorite reinterpretation of my name. I like that one a lot. So I'm Ladybeard, a pleasure to meet you everybody. I'm from Australia, I've lived in Japan 10 years doing this Kawaii-Metal malarkey. Kawaii-Metal malarkey, I'm a heavy metal screamer, and a pro wrestler. The girls will tell you about themselves. Suzu, jiko shokai chodai.
はい。緑色を担当してます。すずです。好きなものはテディベアとテディベアです。よろしくお願いします。
二人テディベアがいるね。テディベアちゃんとテディベアちゃん。よかったね。めっちゃ可愛いでしょ。She's just extremely 可愛いね。マリ。
はい、マリです。青色、水色担当で、水色担当です。好きな食べ物はネギ、green onions。
And ネギ green onions。
そう、ネギとネギ。Yes。よろしくお願いします。
Josh, jiko shokai chodai.
I'm Josh from Slope Club.
Yeah!
Hello. I have the opposite voice. I'm more quiet and mellow. He's loud and projects.
We're a perfect combination. This is beautiful.
With your past experience of being a voice actor, pro wrestler, even DJ, what were your impressions of idols beforehand and how has it changed?
Right, so I've been in Japan 10 years now, yeah? Before I came to Japan, I didn't know what an idol was. Like, I'd seen idols, but I didn't know what they were, because I thought they were just Japanese pop stars. So I thought it was just a Japanese equivalent of Beyonce or something like that, right? So, then I came to Japan and I started working with my first manager. And, I came here thinking my original, what I had planned out was funny heavy metal show and funny pro wrestling. So I'm thinking comedy, heavy metal, and comedy pro wrestling. And I come here, and my first manager is like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make you an idol, because that's the kind of the context and the environment in which your whole thing is gonna make most sense in Japan and kind of work best. And I'm like, all right, what's that mean? So the whole thing has been a big old learning curve for me. What is interesting is in the Western world, we kind of have, our pop stars like Beyonce and whatnot, right? But it's kind of like there's pop stars, and then that's it. Like if you want to be a pop star, you kind of got to get to that level, and that's really your only option. What's interesting about the idols in Japan, it is an industry where there are those top levels of idols, but then it goes all the way down to to medium level idols and then underground idols. It goes all the way down to some girl who gets on stage with a garbage bag on her head and calls herself, garbage idol or something, right? So you can compare it, I think, with bands in the Western world, because bands like that in the Western world, it could be from, two guys in the basement going dirt, 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 all the way up to U2, right? So that kind of scale, that's what I found very interesting is for these little girls singing and dancing, it goes all the way down and it's actually a very broad and vast kind of, I guess, media set or genre or however you want to word it. There's heavy metal idols, there's like hip hop idols, there's super kind of, westerny pop star, sexy kind of idols, and there's super cutesy, innocent kind of idols. So it is this really quite a vast world. What do you reckon?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening to
You
you.
weren't paying attention. I can see Mahri looking at me the whole time.
I was doing my job doing this.
She was, good idol, good idol, good idol. Keeping up those appearances.
Before I came back to Japan, I didn't know anything about idol. I started watching AKB48, but it was kind of old. Yeah, when I came back to Japan, it was like already 2019. So I was interested in Japanese culture, and I was Googling, and then it came up with Japanese idols, and I got interested. I searched it up and took an audition to get into the idol group. But overall, I think idol can give people power. I mean, I love dancing and performing on the stage, so it's win-win の関係。
アイドルの意味生きがいです。
Whoa, perfect answer.
Good job. It's a way of life. A reason to live.
So you were interested in idols beforehand, and what were some groups that you were interested in, and maybe some members of those groups?
私は乃木坂46さんの白石麻衣さんがが大好きでアイドルが好きになってここにいます。
私はレイディービアードちゃんが大好きでアイドルになりました。
Correct answer. Correct answer, my friend. Mahri knows how to get ahead in this group. Mahri knows.
Talking about idols, there is an audition process. So since you were part of the audition process for both of these generations, as we can say, what was that process like?
Okay, cool. So just to anyone who doesn't know, we had a different member up until recently whose name was Kotomi. She left recently. She's been replaced by Mahri. Mahri's kicking asses. So when we first put the group together in 2020, which was the perfect year to start a new thing, the perfect year. So we started that in 2020. We held an audition. It was a worldwide audition, so anyone could come and audition. There was, the caveat that if you made it past the internet round, you had to be able to physically come to Tokyo. So that limited, especially in 2020, that limited who could, actually show up for the audition. But it's very interesting doing auditions because I started out as an actor and everything. It means I've always been on the other side of the audition. Like I've been the person coming and saying, won't you employ me? And now it's the other way around. Now people are coming to me saying, won't you employ me, right? But when you're on the other side of the table, it depersonalizes everything. Because you understand, a lot of the girls would come in and we say, wow, she's awesome, but she's just not the thing we need for this exact spot right now. A lot of the girls came in, amazing singers, amazing dancers, but something like too tall or just the wrong, too short to the wrong something, just not what we needed for this triangle formation with me and these two girls, right? Yeah, we have first physical audition was 40 people or something like that, then it gets cut down to like 20 people, so it cut down to 10, and finally we chose Suzu and Kotomi. Suzu came into the room and she had a beautiful little smile. She walked in like this, which is wonderful because that was Suzu's strongest point. From the moment she walked in, I was like, oh, well, this is fantastic. Look at her. When Mahri came in, Mahri also did a great job. Mahri came in, so Mahri didn't know she was going to audition for our group until the day before. So she's all like, well, I did my best, but I've only had like 4 hours. So like, all right, nails it. I'm like, well, all right then. Okay, well, clearly.
I was in a different group before, but then I was looking for a group who work abroad. Outside Japan, I wanted to deliver the Japanese culture to, outside Japan. And I was searching and I found this huge guy on the Twitter and I decided to get audition.
And I'm sure the fans are curious. Can you explain from the very beginning when you put out an audition, how it goes through the process?
Sure, okay, cool. So you put out your audition on the internet. So there's like, a series of websites which are, if you're interested in auditioning for idol groups, they're the websites you go to, yeah? So that would have been where both the girls found us, right? And you can do other things like TikTok and things like that if you want as well. So you put that out and you have, right into this thingamajig. Here's the stuff you need to send if you're auditioning. You got to list, your name, your height, stuff about yourself, where you're from, all this kind of stuff, your skills and this kind of stuff. List all that, send in a video of you doing however you want to present yourself. And so that's kind of first cut there. So that's, out of those people, we say, okay, cool. So out of these, who do we want to see? Cool. Then we organize a physical audition and we call those people in. You'd be amazed how many people get told, we want to see you for the physical audition, and then they just don't show up. Yeah, amazing actually, like 50%. Yeah, remarkable. So that happens, they come in for their first physical audition, and normally we've said for the first physical audition, we've said we want you to learn this song and dance, and also show us anything else you want to show us, because some people have special skills. Like, Mahri shows up and she can speak English and Thai, so straight away it's like, okay, so she's instantly just talking to me in English. We're like, okay, cool, so we can see her skill set instantly. But other girls have things they want to do, they have some particular skill set that they want to demonstrate. So that happens. After the first round, we say, all right, out of those girls we just saw in real life, which are the ones who we would like to see more of? And so, you contact them again. The girls who are not going to work for this unit, you say, thank you very much, but, So the second round they come in, and normally we then give them either a different one of our songs to sing. So now it's our songs, they're songs that they're going to have to sing on stage. So now they get, okay, cool, so they have to practice singing it, practice dancing it. They come in, and normally what we'll do is we'll have them sing it, we'll have them dance it, then we'll have them sing it and dance it. So you go through that process. Because some people have a beautiful voice, but then as soon as they start dancing, they can't sing, this kind of stuff, right? So people are great at dancing, but then once they try to remember words at the same time, they just totally ghost out, you know what I mean? And then finally out of those ones, you've got a decision to make. Normally you have 4 or 5 people, and you've got to say, okay, which of the 2 that we're going for? Or the 1 that we're going for, or whatever, yeah.
And how was the audition process from the members' perspective?
So audition はどうだった？
入った時からもうこの感じの「にゃー!」みたいな感じなんで楽しかったっていうか、なんか緊張をほどいてくれたからやりやすかったです。
よかったね、Suzu.
Well, I feel opposite, like, because I thought like he was thinking bad things like inside, but acting nice to me. So I was kind of nervous.
That's a Japanese approach,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So, but he was all smiling,
Very
and
impressed.
well, our manager was beside Bia-chan, and I thought she was the member.
All right.
So, but yeah, it was fun. But I had only like 4 hours to practice, but everyone was like smiling and how's it going? I was very happy. Arigato.
Hey. By the way, anyone, I'm not sure who is and isn't watching, but anyone who came to the audition and we didn't pick you, thank you for auditioning. Like I say, it's not personal on any level. It's just we needed this right here, right now. So everybody who wants to be an idol, keep ganbarimasen, because there'll be another opportunity which you are perfect for. So keep ganbarimasen.
How was the experience being part of a different idol group for both of you to being in this one? What are some differences, maybe? What are some things you've learned that you brought now?
今年は Suzu の初めてアイドルユニットですね。
はい
Yeah.
そうで
This
す
is Suzu's showbiz debut. まあ、どうですか？今までのアイドル活動はどうですか？
他のアイドルとはちょっと違った特殊な感じなので、SNS とかのコメントとか Twitter とかのリプライが外国語と日本語といっぱい来るんですよ。でそれが世界なんかつながってる感じがして楽しいです。
Audiences in Japan versus audience in the Western world are vastly different, especially when we launched, because it was in the middle of the old panini. So when we started doing shows, when we first did shows, they had to be only in Japan, right? But under the rules, everyone has to have a mask. Everyone's socially distanced, they can't make any noise with their voices. So your audience is a bunch of mannequins. 初めてステージは本当に皆さんはjust静かですね。皆さんマスクかぶってるね。なんかお客さん、そうね、お客さんからなんかエネルギー全然もらわないね。Yeah. So this was one of the most interesting things. I kept saying to Suzu and our old member Kotomi, I kept saying, look, I know it's weird, especially for Suzu because it was her showbiz debut. I'm like, I know it's weird. Please just hang on till we're at the back of this because I promise you it's a lot more fun once we're actually doing it. And finally, we went for our first overseas show, which was in Brazil. The Brazilians did not care about this pandemic by this point at all. So before we've even made it to the stage, woo! They're just going crazy, right? So it was beautiful because we're backstage getting ready, and you hear like one of the MCs says, "Yeah, soon, Babybeard," and you hear everyone go, "Ah!" And you kind of see the girls go, "Oh, this is how it's supposed to be," right? It was beautiful. At the end of the show, Suzu didn't want to leave the stage. He was on the stage for the fans. So excited. It was very lovely.
Yeah, I was performing underground for almost 2 years, but after I auditioned for this group, so far I went to Mexico and Thailand with them, and it was just so different. The audience, the way of encouraging us, the audience, the style is different for Japanese and non-Japanese, and also, well, it's very weird that the style that Bia-chan is in this group. Because, you know, typical Japanese idol is like more calm and girlish, but with this death voice, it's very interesting. And but I love traveling and seeing a lot of different places. So, like doing things I love, performing and, you know, going out all over the world.
Oh, me! Sorry, Suzu, go me, daijoubu. We have a gig that by the end of this unit, Suzu will be deaf in this ear and Mahri will be deaf in this ear. I mean, I guess the biggest difference is now I know what an idol is. When I first got put in my first group, I still didn't know what was going on. My first group looked like this. It was with me and a pair of girls, and so I got put in this group. And the idol thing is a totally, like we were saying before, a totally different gimmick from anything that's going on in the Western world. So the focus of things, especially when you're doing shows in Japan and especially when you're doing them at a starting out level, because the whole thing revolves around selling these checkies, these Polaroid photos, right? So, but it's really, I don't want to go into too much detail, but it's really a different dynamic from anything I'd ever imagined before or experienced before. Because my view of a performance was always, well, the fan comes to the show, they pay their ticket to see the show, they see the show, and that's the exchange of value that has happened here. And then if they're emotionally moved by it, maybe they'll buy you t-shirts and whatnot. But with this checky selling system, it's a whole different system. It's the fans buy more and more checkies to have more and more contact with the members. So I found this really confusing at the start, because I'm like, but they already paid their money to see the show. So is it not now our obligation to give them as much of ourselves as we possibly can for the cost of that ticket? Tickets here are not cheap, right? So that took me a long time to get used to.
I think that's the difference between idols and artists.
So I guess my idea when I was coming to Japan, it was that it would be the artist dynamic, right? So this whole idol thing was really a whole new world. And here's the thing as well. All the Japanese people I was dealing with, like my first manager and everyone around her, none of them were internationalized. So they did not know that I did not know. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, you're an idol, of course you do this. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You know, so that was, it wasn't until I started working with Shiori and she sat me down, she's like, this is the dynamic. This is how it goes. TV, this is what you're doing on TV. And I was like, oh, well, if I'd known that at the start, I could have done a much better job of all the opportunities that I had early on, you know? But now what's interesting is I finally got my head around that mindset, and now we behave more like artists now anyway, so.
So how was your experience performing for a Japanese audience versus an international one now?
I feel like Japanese audience tends to be more like, なんか好きになる, like real love. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah.
In Japan, kind of what a lot of the idol units are selling is they're not necessarily selling the show as much as they're selling the fan getting contact with the idol. So that's what's actually being sold. So the fans will come and they'll watch the show and they'll enjoy the show, but the part they really get the value from is their favorite member and communicating with their favorite member. Right?
Like maybe the appearance or her personality, not much about the performance itself, but me, Bia-chan, Suzu, like
推し文化、推し、
the fans abroad, they love the performance and the environment, atmosphere. I think that's the difference.
Yeah, because during performances, a lot of people stay staring at their favorite member, the Oshimen, versus international people might be looking at everyone, be looking at the person singing. And I think that's a big difference too. Also, Japanese people tend to dance along with the performance. They also cheers, you know, the cyber, tiger, everything.
Well, I love that culture though.
Yeah, it's really wonderful actually.
Yeah.
We don't have that at home.
No, we don't.
We definitely don't. Everyone doing the same thing at the same time all together is a big part of Japanese culture, right? So therefore, you like the idol show, everyone will be doing the taiga, sayaba, baiba. And the whole point is we're all doing this together. Everyone knows their thing, same time, same place, okay? Whereas in the Western world, you go see a show, if there's a mosh pit, there's always one dude running the wrong way. You know, everyone's trying to be an individual, you know? Yeah. So I think this is, you know, huge part of the culture. Yeah, you're right. It's very beautiful when you're on stage and everyone know all the choreography to your dancers and they're doing them all and whatnot. And you're like, God damn, man.
They know when to yell, when to start
It's
cheering.
remarkable.
Yeah.
It's really something to behold. Like when you're on the stage, you're like, well, holy moly. Yeah.
And coming from like a Western perspective to a new group, you don't know what to do. You're just there like looking around,
bro.
seeing everyone jumping on each other, going like this on shoulders.
You know what's something as well? If you go and watch the visual key bands, have you ever seen one of them play? So that's like, it's kind of like this kind of idol, but the fan base is predominantly females. So they're bands and they're done up kind of like glam rock. But the female fans, it is the most structured fan base of anything I've ever seen. They're all standing in rows and they all know exactly what they have to do at every moment of every song.
Like this.
Yeah, they do this figure 8 with their hair and whatnot. But they'll have bits of the song when it's specifically, it'll be duh, and all this kind of stuff. They all know all of it. And if someone messes up, toxic fandom.
Really?
Oh, bro, yeah. The fan base becomes a community, and now there becomes dynamics inside the community and a hierarchy within the community. Oh, bro.
No, I think the same thing happens from a Chica idol to like a main group idol.
It totally does.
It's like even like the bigger groups have committees in there, like birthday committees.
Mate, it's remarkable.
I was surprised that taking Polaroids, we had to compete each other, how many Polaroids we can get.
Yeah.
So it was individual in the group, but now we all take, 3 of us take 1 Polaroids with the fans. So that's different.
But in your previous group, you
Yeah,
had
in
to compete with
previous
each other.
group, yeah.
People line up just for you.
Yeah, yes. So maybe one day I might not have any fan lining up for my line, but maybe other day I have like the number 1 line. And that was kind of stressful because it actually shows how many fans I have or we have. People who like Babybeard, not Mahri, Suzu, Ladybeard individual. So that's a very big difference for me.
Ruthless though, isn't it? It's a ruthless
Yeah,
environment.
but then you can get motivated by that.
Yeah,
Some
for sure.
people get.
It's capitalism and an incentive structure on display for everyone to see.
Since you liked idols before, what was the difference you saw from watching idols to becoming one?
やっぱり踊る方が楽しいかも。でも、同じぐらい楽しい。どっちもsame。同じ。
見るのとやるのは同じ？
ぐらい楽しいよね。まあなんか見るのも、でもアイドルやってからなんか見るのはなんかあれ可愛い真似したいとかなんかこう勉強になるようになったかな。でもどっちも楽しいです。
Have you grown to respect idols more now that you become one?
余裕そうな顔でこう可愛い感じで踊ってるのも裏ではすごい練習とか歌もダンスもしてたり、多分疲れてたりしてもファンの前ではこうイエーイってキラキラしてるように見せてるところに尊敬するなって考えるようになりました。
So recently, you joined, went to Mexico, Thailand. So how was that experience for you?
First of all, the stage itself was bigger than I experienced before, and more fans, and also the scream, and they made a very big noise for us. And I was kind of nervous. I don't remember that much. But everything, I thought the audience was actually looking our performance, like how we sing, how we dance, not just looking Mahri, but judging my skills. So I thought when I came back to Japan, oh, I should practice more, because that was not how it went when I was in different group. Even though I didn't have to practice, if I'm good appearance, or if
Oh, I see.
yeah, they
Your
don't
previous
judge. Yeah, they didn't judge by my skills. So now I need to focus more on my skills rather than just depending on gachikoi.
So now here's something interesting from my perspective. Because I am, a man, or am I? Because I'm a man, I'm in groups with these girls. Now, when this happens, we touch the girls. That can cause problems with their fan base. It's like, how dare you touch her? Right? Really. In my previous groups, that caused a lot of problems. We'd be like, we'd put a photo on Twitter of us eating lunch, and the fans would write in, "You're sitting too close together. You're not allowed to sit that close to her." I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? We're squeezing it for a photo, like, it's absurd. So, but maintaining this relationship with the fans, because the fans, fall in love with the idol essentially. So now that cannot be disturbed, That's not the situation in our group, but in a lot of idol groups, that's the gimmick.
It's like even during performance, like they gotta keep eye contact with
Eye contact,
the
and
person,
that's falling in love what keeps them coming back and buying more checkies time after time after time.
Yeah, even talking to other idols, it's like the gachikoi ones are like the ones where you have to be like tread carefully with.
This is another big difference between what we're doing and what a lot of other underground idols are doing, is when it's gachikoi, it's easier in a lot of ways, because you just turn up and that's the main thing.
They do all the work for you.
But here we got 3 people trying to do the same thing at the same time, and it's very hard to make that actually good. So it requires a lot of rehearsal and whatnot. It was also your first time experiencing the pro wrestling elements of the show, wasn't it? That would have been something.
Well, 怖かった叩くの.
For those who don't know, every time we do a show, some character takes issue with Ladybeard, comes on stage, and decides it was to assault Ladybeard in the middle of my musical performance. I need to dispose of him a lot of the time with the girls' help, get him out of there so we can finish our performance. It's unbelievable, it's unacceptable, and I'm sure it'll happen again next time. Anyway, that was the first time Mahri had experienced that. Had you seen pro wrestling in any form before that?
No.
Had you been to an anime convention before?
No.
Okay. So this was a whole new world for you then.
But I realized that there was otaku outside Japan too, which was なんか weird.
Okay.
But it was good that I could know the Japanese culture, like anime and idols were spread. I thought it was less, like people know about Japanese culture, so it was good that I can just actually check with my eyes.
And how was the Thailand performance?
Oh, Thailand, yeah, it is my hometown, so I got to see my parents, and my dream was to show my performance as an idol to my parents in my hometown, so it was completed, and that was good. And Thailand, but how did you like that?
I mean, I thought the Thai fans, out of the various foreign fans that we've had, were the most Japanesey out of all of them. They knew all the otage and everything. Yeah.
And they had the light.
Yeah, they have the sodium, the light sticks and that. And they were doing all the kind of standard issue Japan otaku stuff they were doing for us in Thailand. Thanks, Thais!
Thank you.
メキシコはビアちゃんにすごいそっくりな身長とか髪の毛もツインテールでなんか前のビアちゃんが着た衣装とかも真似してくれてるメキシコ版ビアちゃんみたいなのがいてそれがすごい記憶に残ってます。ね、
Radio.
すごかったよね。もうなんか双子みたいな感じ。
To explain, there's a cosplayer in Mexico who is my dear friend Caesar. His cosplay name is Goravash, so check him out on the internet. We call him Mexican Ladybeard. because from my first ever show in Mexico, he showed up cosplayed as me. He looked so much like me that everyone thought he was me. So he's out on the floor taking photos and whatnot. People are tweeting, Ladybeard's so nice. He's just out on the floor all day taking photos with people, right? It was my friend Caesar. But then I can't remember how this happened, but somehow during the Q&A, Caesar got on stage. And now, so we're talking, he speaks fluent English, so we're talking together and whatnot. And now we became mates and he took me sightseeing in Mexico. The next time I went to Mexico, the convention had a cosplay Ladybeard contest as Caesar's wife won it. So Suzu was very happy to meet him. I mean, Mexican Ladybeard, what a rock star. We love Mexican Ladybeard. Thank you, Caesar. Arigato, Caesar, arigato.
So people watching this channel know about idols, but what would be a good way to introduce idols to people who might not know?
Oh,
It's a difficult question.
ladies, please, Master-chan.
生活の中に一つ足したら毎日が楽しくなれるようなもの。
To add to what Suzu said, for example, if on the stage, if we're performing, fans can get to enjoy the performance at the same time. And also when we're live streaming, they can bring their phone to whatever they're doing, like to the when they take shower, or I don't know.
With the family, just ignore them.
Yeah, like we can
At
be
the
a
office.
part of the part of your life, and I hope that will improves your life, not get bad effects.
Babybeard, ruining lives! Ruining lives every day.
Whenever we're sad, fans get sad too. So I think we live together. なんかわかんない。わかる？わかる？
really.
なんで？
You share your experiences
Ah,
together.
so, everything together. So feelings, what we do, what we talk, what we love. Maybe I'm in like more Japanese idol.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, but that's for me, yeah.
I think
What about you?
The girls said it all. I have nothing to add. I have nothing to contribute. My life of darkness is too bleak.
So what are some goals that you have upcoming?
Oh, world domination, baby! World domination. Hey, Babybeard are coming at you 2024, wherever you may be. Maybe you're in Iceland. Maybe you're in Connecticut. Maybe you're on Diego Garcia servicing an aeroplane. Or wherever you are, Babybeard, we're coming for you. Taking over. Mahri, Suzu, Ladybeard, Josh, all of us together. One big package coming at you. Hey!
Yeah, that's our goal.
Suzu no SNS お願い。
@SUZU_SUZYU Yes
かわいいね。
今のがインスタグラムで NEXT ツイッターが SUZ_UZU
Okay, that's very complicated.
Good job, Suzu. Mahri.
Hi, my Instagram is simple. Marimo, MARIMO.711. Twitter, it's MAHRI, Mahri, MIRCLE, Miracle.
A? M-A-R-A?
Oh yeah, Miracle, 711.
Mine's at Ladybeard_Japan. It's very simple because the group is at Babybeard_Japan and I am at Ladybeard_Japan across all the platforms. I made it easier for you than the girls did.
Oh, but I have a thing to say. If you follow Babybeard account, there is a link
exactly.
to
It's
our
right there, so
social media. So
past 5 minutes of this interview.
Now, do you have any last message?
Well, first things first, keep supporting Slope Club. It's very important. Please keep taking care of the gentlemen at Slope Club. They're doing excellent work. And of course, please support Babybeard. Go and follow our social media. And we are going to be coming to a town near you very soon. Go to the YouTubes, watch our songs, Nippon Kara Konnichiwa, and Pianizer, Twisted Culture Tail, and the rest of them. And we'll put them in a link maybe, I don't know. And God bless every one of you. Let's take this thing home one more time.
マーリです。
すずです。
レイディビアロです。私たちはせーの、ベイビービアロでした。ありがとうございます。バイバイ。Hey, hey, hey, look at this. I'm going to use a straw. Hey, hey, hey! I just fucked up the camera. I'm sorry. Oh, no. That camera's broken now. We're not going to...